3 ways to get traffic. Who are they? Where are they? And then give them something of value. Once you figured that out, the best part about it is you can go tap into traffic they're not touching. I want to get paid for the results that I deliver. I don't want to get paid for my time. I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want to have to deal with anybody else. And I'm able to make more money when I find deals that work. I make $40,000 a day on one offer, right? Now I can do another offer. And the best part is once you get it set up, you're not even doing anything. You're tapping into other people's traffic. People are making 20, 40, $50 million a year. And I'm trying to explain to them, these guys had no idea. Anybody that says they can't make money is so full of it. It's so easy.
You're saying don't start a lead agency, just start a...
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I wouldn't do it. So I'm a performance marketer, right? I want to get paid for the results that I deliver. I don't want to get paid for my time. I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want to have to deal with anybody else. And I'm able to make more money when I find deals that work. If I'm doing the exact same thing, in my experience, I can scale it, make money, and move on to the next. So if someone's paying me, let's say senior living, people are going to go and move into a retirement. I know that if you get somebody to move into a retirement home, you'll get paid anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. So you get like the first month of whatever the person goes in. And there's different levels depending on like amnesia, whatever, right? There's a whole process there from that $5,000 to $10,000, $15,000 pay, right? Which is before they even move in, what? They have to come and like book an appointment to look at it and see if they like it. Right? So there's going to be a value there. So maybe they're paying on an appointment, which was $400, $500, $600, but that number is going to be based off of the conversion rate from there, right? So let's keep going even further. Like the Place for Mom, they're like a lead gen vertical for senior living, right? So they generate leads of people in that world. When we talk about our audience, it's either the older person or it's the kids who are getting it for their mom or dad. So you got to figure out who you're talking to, right? And like, you're going to target to those people. Just like a Place for Mom was paying maybe like $14 to $18 for a lead. And like, how do you come up with that? Well, it just works backwards from like move in to the booked appointment to the cost per lead, right? So if they're paying $14 and I can go out and get leads for 10 and I can get 10,000 leads a day, no agency's going to pay me. I make $40,000 a day on one offer, right? Now I can do another offer. And the best part is once you get it set up, you're not even doing anything. You're tapping through other people's traffic. The mailers are mailing. The Facebook guys are doing. The Facebook group people are posting it for you. You're just kind of staying on and pushing. Hey, let's promote. Here's the new creative. Here's the new offer. Hey, this is working really well, right? And they keep pushing for you, right? That's what Andrew does. Andrew runs our network. So he's out there pushing traffic all day long, right? And Dan. Andrew and Dan are both part of our team. They're out there like just trying to find distribution traffic, right? You can make money with anything. My feelings are if you're an agency and someone's spending $200, $300, $400 the offer's working, right? And that company's going to get what, $5,000, $10,000 fee, and then 10% of the spend. So if they're spending $400,000, what are they going to get? 10% of that, $40,000 plus 10. So they made $60,000. That sounds awesome, right? I can guarantee you, if you did it on a CPA, that probably is like a $200,000 to $500,000 program per month to a company that's willing to take a little bit of risk. All right, you want to hear? All right, this guy right here. Here's an example of something that's really, really clever. I don't even think you know that I know this, but back in the day when they were talking about, there was the Tony and Dean where they broke the internet, right? He was one of their top affiliates. He was, right? What did they say? You're one of the 1%, but that's not what's cool. Here's what's really cool. He went and what he did was he created a page where he captured some data, drove traffic to a page, and he co-branded it with his face and Tony's face and Dean's face and was attracting people that liked Tony. And no one had any idea who this guy was, right? But people were coming in because of Tony, right? And then on the back end, the way he was supporting that media buy was then nurturing them or whatever he did beforehand and then getting them to ultimately buy the KVB program. And then he would add some bonuses because he has a lot of cool show that he promotes, right? So he would go out, let's say, and spend $500,000 and maybe he made $600,000. He made $100,000. That sounds pretty cool. But what was really cool is that he invited them to come to a live event, right?
Yep.
And then all these people are going to this live event where he's adding value, and then he upsells them. And what'd you make? A few $1 million?
Yeah.
By selling a high ticket program. But like from that whole time, he drove leads, Tony, Dean, they got to know Brian. They knew he was smart, right? The more they saw him, they started to get to know him. And then they signed up. Did you take them through the KBB while they were doing it?
No, I didn't do that.
So they would sign up for KBB. They started learning the business. And one of his bonuses was come to a free event. That was like the profit and that crushed, right? And that was like a really good lead because the people knew him. So when they got there, they were already sold. You guys realize you can drive leads off other people. Well, now that the offer-led thing's going on, I mean,
It changes the game.
yeah, I mean, you're going to run traffic for other people. But like, yeah, like you can run traffic. But you can go take a Russell Brunson offer, right? Who was the person at Russell Brunson's audience? Was that girl? Right? If you're looking for those entrepreneurs, you can go and create a page on the front end that gives something away for free with Russell that is going to be supported on the back end with his offer that's going to help you with that media buy. But you're going to capture that data. And they're not coming there for you. They're coming there for Russell. This is a really cool person in the yoga space.
Keenan McGregor.
Okay, so you can go take Keenan McGregor, create a landing page, and attract people that are interested in yoga from Keenan McGregor and drive leads having nothing to do with you, but people are coming in, signing up because of Keenan McGregor. You can go and give away something free. Go to YouTube and pull the top 5 videos that Keenan McGregor did and then deliver it to them. I did something with Tony Robbins where it was like 10 days of motivation, right? Went into YouTube and I Googled the most views of Tony Robbins with motivation. I put it in a little like sequence of 10 days. And then I got people to sign up for Tony Robbins' 10-day motivation video series. It was such, whatever. Like I wasn't doing anything, but I was getting leads for people that like Tony, right? So if I want to look for entrepreneurs, people that are looking for self-improvement offers, right? I'm leveraging Tony to do that, right?
And Tony's not involved.
Tony's not involved at all. But the next step, though, is if you can get an offer from Tony. We did something, I don't know, years ago. We called it like the One Affiliate Offer Challenge, right? So the whole idea of that was you just need one affiliate offer to support your media buy so you can build up your list to then ultimately break even. That list is worth, let's say, $1 per email per month. So if you get 10,000 emails, you should be making 10 grand a day every month by just mailing other offers to that same audience, right? And nurturing that audience. I'm in Russell's largest mastermind, right? Where everybody pays 250 grand. People are making 20, 40, $50 million a year. And I'm trying to explain to them traffic arbitrage. Does anybody know what arbitrage is? These guys had no idea. I mean, when I tell you they looked at me like stone cold, they call me king of arbitrage because no one knew it. I swear to God. But really, at the end of the day, all it is taking the same product and finding a difference in price, right? Like if she sells me this water for $1, you're willing to spend $3. I don't own this water, but I can make $3. If anybody here tells me they can't make money, you're so full of shit. Because you can make money any way. There's so many ways with arbitrage. Right, like I was telling you guys earlier, like we had a credit repair offer, right? We worked with LendingTree. LendingTree gets people to sign up to look for like a home equity line of credit. So when people are signing up, they have bad credit. They don't qualify for that loan. So what they were doing was they were just dropping that lead. It was going nowhere. I had a credit repair offer. So I was like, hey, LendingTree, I'll give you $2 every time someone doesn't qualify that has shitty credit. And I want them to come here so I can go and sell it to the credit repair company who's going to help them increase their credit so they can go back into that loan. LendingTree, it's worth nothing to them. I could be getting paid $25 a lead from that credit repair company. LendingTree has no idea. They don't care. If they give me 1,000 leads a day, and I wasn't getting 20 cloud, but I was making anywhere from like 50 to 75 grand a month on one credit repair offer that literally lasted for 4 years, and I didn't do anything except invoice them. That's it. And what we did was we would go out and we actually would buy on a lead, and then we'd get paid on a sale. And the reason why we were able to go out and get traffic was because everybody that had to deal with the same company we had was going out and trying to get traffic on a sale. And then in comes us who says, hey, don't worry about the sale. Just pay us. We'll pay you every time you just get me a lead. you get me a click. And the way that I did that, and it seems like I'm taking a lot of risk, right? But if I know what the conversion rate is, there's no risk at all. I'm actually getting the traffic for way less. I'm just meeting that person earlier on rather than not taking risk and paying them when they get a sale. All right, so here's another way, okay? Google, Yahoo, right? They're search engines. One of the things with that business is you can't make somebody search. That's what's so great about that business. So it's high intent. They can't make somebody type in looking for auto insurance. So if they have a budget of $50 million and they can only fill $25 million, they got $25 million that these companies are willing to spend and they can't get traffic for it. So what they do is they syndicate out their search feeds to companies like mine. And then what we do is we go out and buy traffic for people looking for auto insurance and drive it to a search engine results page about auto insurance that then users will click on. And when they click on that keyword, they land on a search engine results page, which is coming from Google, but it's outside of Google, and we get paid on that click. And then we just arbitrage it. We make millions of dollars in doing it, and we don't get a lead, we don't get a sale, we don't do anything. So this gentleman over here has figured out a way to get traffic for, what was it?
It's gonna be under $1.
No, but what was the offer?
Oh, well, it's Hasmart.
It was Mass Tort.
Hasmart.
Okay, so for Mass Tort, something about like whatever the way he was getting clicks wasn't maybe approved by the attorneys.
No longer approved.
No longer approved. So he's got all this traffic, but he doesn't know how to monetize it. So in comes our search feeds. What's great about a search feed in Google and Yahoo is every advertiser they have, we have access to. We just call that keyword, right? So it's like looking for an attorney. We then can set up that feed where he can drive the traffic to our feeds. And then depending on what the values of those clicks come back at, we'll find out if we can be profitable with him. And with us, right, we need to make money. So I need to make money. And then he also needs to get paid because I'm going to make a little bit of margin, right? That I'm in business to make money, right? And then I serve this to him. And the only reason he's going to work with me is because I have something of value that he may not be able to get or just doesn't want to deal with it because it's just a lot of work and he wants to deal with what he's good at. I'm not sure which one, right?
Doing resist lead generation,
How do I do lead generation? The simplest way that people are getting traffic. Know your audience, know where they are, put in an offer that they want in front of them. Number one most important thing is knowing your audience before you can do anything. You cannot get traffic on the internet.
If you cannot get traffic on the internet,
You can't get traffic on the internet until you know who you're looking for.
okay.
You need to know the who.
Okay.
And like, I'm not talking about a single mom that's, got 2 kids. I'm talking about like diving in and really understanding them to knowing where they're hanging out. And you should be using ChatGPT because it's amazing, right? You can go in and just describe what your business is. Hey, I sell, water bottles to men that are 50 to 75 who play volleyball. Can you tell me more about the demographics? Can you tell me the geographics of people that would be doing that? What's the psychographics? What are they thinking? What type of buying behaviors do they have? Right? Like trying to dial in on all of these things. If you already have a business or you're already working, if you go to work with an advertiser, you would say, hey, give me an idea of what I'm looking for. Like, tell me about your audience, right? A lot of times they don't even know. It's like scary. And that's how easy it is to make money on the internet, by the way, because they don't even know. But once you've figured that out, the best part about it is you could go tap into traffic they're not touching. So you're looking for high net worth?
extremely
Okay.
9K because we often save on taxes and
Sure.
said
Yep.
So it's kind of a more this market to have still a market
Yep.
because there's a lot of money for sales.
Sure.
So how would you?
How would I look for them?
Yes.
First, I go to ChatGPT and really dial in on who my audience is. And I would ask ChatGPT, what are the top 50 newsletters that these people belong to? Where are they subscribing? What Facebook groups are they in? Who do they follow? What YouTube videos are they watching? Anywhere where there's traffic, you can go get. What are they searching for on Google? You can go to an email newsletter and ask them to promote your offer, right? Like, what's the value? 3 ways to get traffic. Who are they? Where are they? And then give them something of value. Get their attention. You give them something that they want. Not that they need, what they want. So if you want traffic, you're going to go look into the marketplace to figure out where are the people that want yoga. And you can do that on Facebook, which is what everybody does. You can buy traffic on Google, right? But then you can also go to publishers. Like there's magazines, there's email newsletters, there's Facebook groups that talk about yoga. These people want to make money. Facebook admins want to make money. If you go to them and say, hey, you got somebody to sign up for this, I'll pay you that, right? You get influencers that can promote it and create content for you. There's thousands of different ways to do it. You can DM people, LinkedIn, anywhere there's an audience.
Just thinking about like what happens when you get wrecked. So like when you spend too much and then there's not a spread.
No, it's a good question. You might lose sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You
more,
gotta, I guess have enough money to lose to like get back into the game.
not really. I don't know, but if I ever hear somebody say they spent 50 grand on something in Voss, I mean, I'd like want to smash their head against the air. Like,
You stop it at some point, right?
I mean, you could buy $500 of traffic and you're going to see the numbers. Unless like there's something like ridiculously crazy, like 99 out of 100 times, nothing's going to change. Your click rates are going to stay the same because your creative is what it is. The conversion rates are going to stay the same unless it's the audience. That could be a big deal. But at that point, if it's not working, what you do is you reverse engineer the numbers. So the first thing you want to do in anything, any business, right, is like, there's the revenue, there's the cost of goods sold, there's the ops, right? You look at any balance sheet, right? And that's how you figure out how much money you're making, right? How much top line, what's the cost to get the revenue, and then the people that service you, that's your net, right? So what are you willing to spend to acquire a customer? What percentage of that 5,000 do you want to spend?
So right now, I'm spending about $200 for my salesperson and about $250 to close an act.
Okay, so let's say $500,
Okay.
right? So you're giving a $500 allowable, which is 10% of the value of a customer, right? Now, there's a lot that goes into that. That's like very big margins. Like in my business, when I'm buying traffic, I work at like, if I'm at 50%, I'm ecstatic. But like at the same time, I could do hundreds of thousands a day. I could do, 30%. But if I'm making 40, 50 grand a day, then I don't care.
Right.
Like in your scenario, you can afford more, right? Anybody that says they can't make money is so full of it. It's so easy. Text me 917-636-1998. That's my community. There you go. That's my text community.